These are the most dangerous moments in football history, and there was a head foul in the 2006 World Cup. The match was going on with a lot of action. In the 107th minute of extra time, something happened. In this minute, Materazzi found himself on the ground with Zidane's head.
He's just headed Materazzi in the middle of the chest.
I wish it was that simple. Leon Goretzka got hit so bad that he almost lost half of his face. Look at a rivalry match between Liechtenstein and Germany when the other player decided to kick him in the face with a kick so fast that Guido actually found himself on the ground, man. That's nothing like the head foul I described earlier. You might think it's worse, because it is. Putting your foot that high and kicking that fast can be really deadly. But sometimes even the GOATs aren't safe, because player number 5 almost knocked Messi out. You only have to see Messi's hard tackle on the ground in the 2017 Champions League quarterfinal between Barcelona and Juventus. Miralim's play pushed the guy out of the way, man. Thomas Müller would put himself forward for a high ball and would end up kicking Talau hard. Talau's head was bleeding profusely, and he had to be tackled right then and there to stop the bleeding. But now, we've got the doctors out of the way. We can't not mention another GOAT. Ronaldo was fouled very badly. Look, in 2022, Portugal are playing the Czech Republic in the National League, and it looked like an average game. But in the 12th minute, Ronaldo went up for a challenge and this happened.
Bir daha bakalım. Direkt Ronaldo'nun kafaya.
Yes, Ronaldo was bleeding from his nose, but the referee didn't care. He gave the goalkeeper a free kick as if nothing had happened, and then Ronaldo luckily managed to finish the first half of the game. But at the end of the game, it was clear that Ronaldo's nose was broken in 2 different places. Wait, you are telling me that this guy's nose was broken, but he didn't even get a penalty? Yes, it's hard to understand these referees anyway. Now that we're in the top 10, things are getting a little bit hotter, which means we're taking the dangerous to a whole new level. And all Zlatan wanted was to find the net, but all Marco Materazzi wanted was to kick.
Состав команд, то, в общем-то, состав самый что ни на есть боевой у той и другой команды, если не ограничен.
Zlatan had trouble walking after that foul, but you know he's not gonna go without a fight. He had to get his revenge, but he never got it in that match because his manager had restrained him in case he did something stupid. Zlatan never forgot that moment, and he wanted his revenge. So he had to wait a couple of years until they faced each other, and that's when it happened. Marco fouled Zlatan again. Yes, Zlatan's revenge bubble went up. Okay, here we go. As soon as they got close to each other, he set his foot so that he kicked him in the chest and in the face. And then, you know what happened? He wasn't the only Materazzi targeted. I feel sorry for David Luiz, because we need to talk about him being targeted by another player for no reason. Look, it all started in 2013 in the 82nd minute of Chelsea's semi-cup final against Manchester City. Aguero's tackle with City leading 2-1 put the whole game at risk. Yes, it happened, but he escaped the game without a single card. But in 2016, he will face them again, and with only 30 seconds left in the game, he made the worst tackle possible and was banned from all matches for 4 games.
Red card has been shown.
Sometimes even a ban doesn't help, because a third player has ruined another's career. Yes, many careers have melted down in this game. Look, in 2007, Arsenal signed one of the biggest hopes in Brazilian history, Eduardo, and after just a few games, he had already scored 6 goals. But it was all going to come crashing down, because on February 23rd, 2008, Arsenal were to face Birmingham in what everyone thought would be a cakewalk for Arsenal. After just 2 minutes, Eduardo's dream was over.
It's absolutely horrific,
It's horrendous.
And that's a very bad thing. Eduardo's leg was broken and he had to be hospitalized. It took more than a year for the injury to heal, but things were never the same. Over the years, Eduardo only played 41 games for Arsenal and scored 7 goals. I guess one injury can change everything. In the match against Sunderland on May 1st, 2006, Sunderland's Dan Smith was dribbling nicely on the touchline in the 92nd minute, but he slipped hard on Diaby, causing a fractured ankle. Diaby was out of action for 8 months after this very hard foul. 8 months may seem short to you because Jes Rodriguez is walking a similar path because of the boy who was once considered to be the next Cristiano Ronaldo. His career was completely destroyed in 2014 when he was running towards the corner flag. He collided with Kosic and landed on his knee with a hard blow. Looking at his face, we knew how serious things were, brother. The internal cruciate ligaments in his legs were torn, and he was out of action for 9 months. And after this injury, he was never the same again. On October 14th, 2006, after only 20 seconds of playing in a match against Chelsea, Peter Che was hit in the face by Stephen Hunt in one of the most horrific injuries in football. The goalkeeper injured his skull and was out of action for 2 months and had to wear a headband for some time. The rest of his career was clearly ruined. But nobody wanted to sign Felipe Melo because he didn't know how to behave on the pitch. In a game against Layo, Inter wanted to regain the ball and should have had the equalizer. But instead, Melo chose to kick Biga in the face with Kung Fu. This guy really doesn't care about other people's lives. This guy is absolutely crazy. He has no respect, but Ricardo Carvalho has no respect for his country where he plays number 13 because in the 2008 Champions League final, he almost ended the career of their best player. Cristiano Ronaldo played for Manchester United and Carvalho for Chelsea. But the craziest part was that both players were playing for Portugal, so they knew they had to play well. Carvalho did something that almost broke Ronaldo's legs, and he got away with a yellow card after that tackle. He was still complaining wildly. But he wasn't as dangerous as he thought he was. Min's defense was very good, but he once made a tackle so bad that he was traumatized for months. In the game between Spurs and Everton, some of them were behind the defense, after Andre Gomez had a very bad injury after the accident. Son was very upset, and then when he scored, we realized how classy he was because he refused to celebrate after scoring 2 goals in the match, and after the match, he told the cameras that he didn't want to celebrate.
Didn't want to celebrate because I just want to respect those situations, and of course I still feel really sorry about the situation, and it's been really tough days, few days, and I said before, I realize how lucky I am. The people around me, the supporters, the club, and the coaching staff, the player, teammates, they helped me really a lot and give me so much strong message. And of course, I wish still Andre Gomez get well soon and best wish. And yeah, but it's the right answer to keep working hard for me and try to perform like always and with positive energy. I think this is most important.
There was a moment when it was not only dangerous, but the entire soccer world lost. In 2010, every fan's eyes were on that game. It was hyped to be one of the biggest finals in World Cup history. I mean, I'm talking about Holland and Spain, but unfortunately, the match didn't go the way we all wanted it to. Many people hated this referee. Look, Howard Webb is a well-known referee, but during this match, he destroyed everything. But the worst thing was in the 27th minute when Niso de Jong kicked Xabi Alonso in the chest. And he got away with a tiny yellow card. Yes, my friend, you say it's not the right card. But in football, there is always fighting. For example, I can recommend this great video.